Exile first play, no spoilers, please. And I will take this moment before we begin to just have a quick chat about how I'm going to be coming at this game, and just sort of what I would like. This is my first ever play. I know nothing about Exile other than it came out yesterday. I haven't read about it. I haven't looked at the art. I know I'm as in the dark as one could possibly be. And I would like to keep it that way. So, if you yourself have already played through the Exile DLC, even just a little bit, I don't want any help. I want no spoilers, no hints, no aid. I will figure it out. Even if I seem frustrated, the only exception is if I specifically ask. If I say to you, chat, I give up. I can't figure this out. What am I missing? If I say those words or words like them, then you may feel free to provide any aid that you see fit. Otherwise, and for right now, we're going to not do that at all. Especially probably for this first playthrough, which I imagine will result in a loss because this looks totally different from anything I'm used to. We're gonna take our loss. We're gonna take those L's and we're gonna learn from them. Okay, so first thing I notice is our board, which is usually just nothingness, is a map. We've got the Soviet Union. We've got the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. Tunisia. Tunisia was the best map Call of Duty ever had. It's also a lovely country, I'm sure. Alright, we've got X's all over the place. We have a button. We have an employ button. Make use of something. Address opportunities, run operations, or convert years to cash. Okay. I have stolen years. A year of generously donated life as entered in the cindered tally. And it has the aspect stolen lifespan. Years from the lives of others. Bought, stolen, or extorted. Okay, so I have 77 total years, which makes sense because these are stolen decades. 10 years of generously donated life. So I have 7 decades and 7 years, so 77 total years. I have 7 traces, a betraying clue that my pursuers might recognize. Reckoners appear more quickly and are more powerful when there are more traces on the board. The foe himself can appear once there are at least 5. And an escape plan. I need to get somewhere I'll be safe, at least for a little while. Okay. So the only thing I can use here currently is the escape plan. My old Confederates are out searching for me. I hear their whistles and their finger snapping at every corner. And no wonder, given what I've just stolen. Sub-notifications may need shifted off the description text. Thank you. Much appreciated. Finger snapping at every corner, and no wonder, given what I've just stolen. But enough was enough. Onwards. The old rogue in Prague, who calls herself Tante Adeline, could use my help. Prague. Oh, shit. One of these just... Oh, well, okay. So I really like that this lights up, like, where it is. That's really cool. But I'm anticipating this board being absolutely fucking covered with cards. And unfortunately, the fact that these X's light up make me want to, like, keep them uncovered. Okay, we'll use this area up here for our spawn stuff. Why can't I put Prague there? I can use it to cover any X except its own X. That's strange. Okay. Well, how do I want to organize this? We'll start like this. Okay, and what else did we get? Far enough and fast enough. I have more than enough cash for the journey, but I might need to travel light. Leaving a city will shake off your pursuers, but they'll find you again eventually. Hey, Lightning FB, just in time for some Cultist Simulator action. Hey, yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be here. Grid doesn't quite align. Oh. It should. I have half. No, it's more than the grid not aligning. I have it set to half a card snap size. Right, so it should be able to go right here. But it doesn't. It only goes here. That's like a whole card in between. All right. This is the wheel turns. So that's our time. What's this? Right behind me. This one knows my face and I know his. All right, I got a little cash. A hostile move. The assassin is moving against me. Direct Reckoner attacks cause wounds if they succeed. They usually succeed, unless you provide a card to defend yourself. You can also try to bribe them with a decade, though they may get greedy. So I could either throw a decade in here or take the wound. I'm going to take the wound. I think I'm going to take the wound. Also, what am I supposed to do with this now? Do I... Oh, okay, I could travel to Prague. I'll need cash to pay my way. Time to go. Have I forgotten anything? You can only take portable assets with you. Departure will end all ongoing Reckoner actions. Okay. And will remove all traces. But it will abandon assets, locations, destinations, local contacts, and ongoing operations. Well, I have no ongoing operations. I think that sounds good. I don't know what assets include, but that's fine. Time to go. Have I forgotten anything? You can only take portable assets with you. Use relinquish to abandon any assets you don't want to bring. Okay, I was wounded because I did not leave fast enough. I have 1 wound. 7 of these will end me. It will time out. The assassin... Okay, yeah, they're done. What victory are we going for today? Today we're playing the Exile. Yeah, it's the newest DLC. Tanta Adeline is a sparrow-eyed, bare-necked, florid-cheeked mountain of a woman with an incongruously sweet voice. Here to crack some heads for me? She asks enthusiastically. I have a connection underworld, mutually beneficial arrangement with relevant professionals. The city of 100 spires, flexing its republican muscles beneath the benign gaze of Masaryk and his castlemen. Statues watch the bridges each night. This is Europe's heart, and for a while longer, it will beat with cheery vigor. Yep, I'll see you in the morning. Have a good night. Okay, so Prague, and now it's seen through a window because that's where we are. And I have an underworld connection, which I can use. Add Forge 6 and space to begin a counterfeiting operation. A seaport opportunity and a space to begin a smuggling operation, or a stolen year to compete in illegal fights. Whoa, that's nuts. That's nuts. Okay. We'll deal with that in a second. I have nowhere to travel. Reconnoiter. It's a cold old world out there, but I know a few tricks. And this is old unhappy far off things. Cool, 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 cool. Holy shit. So much I haven't seen before. Relinquish. Someone took a shot at me as I got out with the years. I'd almost forgotten. A knife's secret. Okay. Okay, I can... We're gonna put lore over here. No reckoner is ever foolish enough to pass into the higher levels of the Mansis. To draw the attention of the true long, or their masters, would invite annihilation. But my foe had some traffic with the hours of struggle and conquest. He enjoyed certain protections. Boldness draws attention. This will destroy any obscurity and create a trace. Huh. Or, now that I have edge, I could compete in an illegal fight. I have edge. Oh god. Okay, hang on. I've changed the dressing. I can move well enough. I could wait for it to heal or heal it with stolen years if I'm in a hurry. But it'll take a whole decade, and it'll certainly be noticed. Okay, so I can heal wounds with decades. I have 2. 7 will end me. Communication. I have excellent reasons not to contact anyone from my old life. But that might yet change. And this is fighting. Challenges will occur while your operation is running. If you can match their aspect requirements by adding cards, your operation will be subtler or more effective. Cards will remain in the operation until the end. Alright, let's add a knife secret to our fight preparations. Boldness or bribery. Match the challenge with edge, forge, knock, or lantern. I could add this. I could add cash. I don't seem to need cash yet. I have restlessness. Could I put restlessness in here? I sure can. That will increase my subtlety as well and let me keep the cash. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, our life is just a resource. We have 7 wounds we can take. 2 is nothing. We're not even beginning to feel concerned. Plus, they time out. I have excellent reasons not to contact anyone from my old life, but that might yet change. A temptation for escape. Okay, so this is our win condition. Escape. I've stolen a fortune in years from a reckoner lord who trusted me. He'll pursue me across continents, but even his reach has limits. Achieve 7 obscurity to send a taunting message to your reckoner foe, disappear, and win the game. Okay. So there we go. We need 7 obscurity. Okay. I could use this to communicate. Security through obscurity. Okay, so that's my end the game button. What is this doing? I can relinquish by sell, extirpate, or surrender, abandon. What can I can relinquish? I can heal a wound with my decade. Years cannot be converted back into decades. Only years can be sold. Selling lifespan directly for cash gets a lower price and will quickly draw attention. Once I find a better alternative, I should do it as little as possible. Okay. Noted. I can reconnoiter Prague. Walk the city. There's always a small risk. Yeah, sure. Okay, we're gonna check out where we are. We have nowhere to travel. I have nothing to communicate. I have nothing to employ. So now we wait. Yeah, this is wildly different. It's very cool. I am giddy with, like, I can't wait to see what these systems want from me. At the end of each cycle, reckoners may enter the city. This is more likely if you created trace. Okay. What is it tracking at the bottom? So here we have, oh, you can't see my cursor. Have you ever been able to see my cursor when I play this game? There we go. Okay. There's my cursor. So, here we have hours. So or years. This is how many years I currently have. So it says 76. I have 7 decades, 6 stolen years. This is wounds, because that's 2 wounds. I don't know what these are yet. Don't know what the other 2 are. All right, I walked the city streets and we got an opportunity, a grand townhouse. I can acquire property. A townhouse provides significant space. As a good place to take refuge or entertain guests, it provides both heart and grail. If you plan to retire here, it will also provide considerable comfort. What the fuck? Okay, so let me... Okay. I could purchase a townhouse with 4 cash. And that's... What else can I do? There's something else I can do, I know. I just need this to be done, I think, and then I can read it. Is this update 1 new story only? I'm unaware of how this game gets updated. Yeah, it's sort of like 1 new story, basically. So when you start a game of Cultist Simulator, it gives you a choice of 3 starting points, basically. Some of the starting points are the, like, vanilla game, just from a different start. So, like, starting as a detective will make the beginning of the game different, but the end goal is the same. It's, you know, reach enlightenment or, you know, attain power, whatever you choose. Then there are other ones that have a unique gameplay experience, like the Dancer. The Dancer, the whole thing is different, start to finish, in terms of what you need to do to win. This is the most different one by far. It's using cards that I have never seen before, buttons I have never seen before. None of these buttons are the same as the normal game. Everything seems different. It's gonna be totally wild. Okay. I seem to have gotten another wound. Holy shit. Okay, there's a complication. 8 moth would resolve it. Or 8 edge. Well, I certainly have neither of those things. I have winter and knock. I have a feeling doing this fight was a bad idea. Now, the other thing I could do would be sell my years in order to purchase this townhouse. I could send discreet messages from Prague. If I run, I should run somewhere I have an old friend. This allows you to find a place to flee. Alright, let's reconnoiter again. See what else the city has to offer while I figure out how fucked I am from this fight. Does this just keep going until I'm dead? Like, why won't it stop? Do I need to stop adding stuff to it? Okay, what did this give me? A discreet office. I can lease a quiet place to work. Okay, so that's another... Yeah, okay, I could lease a quiet place to work. Okay, I have a discreet office. It's mine. Not too obvious, and not too far out of the way. It has an aspect of comfort. Okay, and it's tracking comfort down here as well, so comfort is important. I have 4 wounds, I'm more than half dead. I have 1 comfort, and I have 76 years. Is this going to be... There is no set cutoff today. We'll see where the day takes us. This is an asset with worth, the aspect of heart, and the aspect of space. Room for a venue or a base of operations. I can relax. I can also use my office. Oh, I could also use my office for illegal fights, I guess. I don't know, but we're waiting to see if we can finish that. I could also use it here. Attempt to sell my asset. No. Let's relax. I've risked so much. I might as well enjoy its benefits. And let's continue reconnoitering. Are we gonna die 10 minutes in? It's very possible. Missed challenge. Operation continues. Operation is complete. Okay. Subtlety wasn't my priority. You achieve 1 subtlety. There's a serious risk of a trace. Meanwhile, I found medical credentials. I could take this opportunity to qualify extremely rapidly as a doctor. Oh, what is this? A trace. It's hard to pass through the world and leave no footprints. And over here, special outcomes. Wow, it's giving me everything back. Okay, so from the fights, I think I put 1 cash in. So I think I made 1 cash from fighting. I received 3 wounds. So that's bad. Okay, so fights seem to require... I shouldn't do any of that shit until I have, like, at least 10 lore I can throw at something. Yeah, just laying back, relaxing while I get the shit kicked out of me. Okay, light in the skull, old, unhappy, far-off things. I think I do want medical credentials. I think that will be good for us. I also have an opportunity for an underworld connection, which is what I used to get the shit kicked out of me. Okay, so relaxing gets me content. That's good to know. Add an appropriate connection. I need a connection? Okay, what is a connection? Okay, I could get a ruler for an official connection. Okay, so I can leverage a connection. Here's an opportunity for an underworld connection. Add enough years to match the price. How do I know the price? Purchase with years. Here's someone who will only accept payment in the currency of the cindered tally. Okay. I'll spend 1 year. And now I have an underworld connection, which has the aspect assists deception, moth, edge. It is a connection. But is it the right kind of connection? Did I fight a fucking bear? Yeah, for real. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't stop fighting sooner. Can I use this connection? No. This is not the right kind of connection. Alright, let's continue looking at Prague. What can I do with this? I can provoke my connections if I'm not the only one with enemies. I'm not the only one with enemies. If I arrange a public rift with this contact, I might gain official connections instead. This will usually work, but sometimes will fail and leave you with no connections and a trace. Well, hopefully it works. So I'm trying to get an official contact by publicly dissing my underworld contact. And that official contact I will then leverage to gain my medical credentials. That is our plan currently. Alright, I was like, I'll just use my contentment to get rid of this dread. But it strikes me that not only do I have no slot to dream, so I can't do that, but also nothing's coming by to check how much dread I have. So dread isn't even necessarily bad. Walk the city, seeking opportunities. I found dawn, sunrise, when the world is clean. Well, what is that? It's an opportunity. Watch the dawn. Is there something on my mind? I have a temptation for escape. Thoughts of peace. It's been a long time since I knew peace. This could be a fresh start. Okay, I'm literally watching the sunrise. That's very sweet. Okay, that brought me tranquility. Even in a life like mine, there are moments when it's possible to think. What may come, may come. Okay. That gives me heart and winter. I knew that word was bad, but I didn't realize how bad. Okay, well, starting off strong. The text said it will often work, but it may leave you with no connections and a trace. So, of course, we got the worst possible outcome. No connections and a trace. And I expect this run of luck to continue. We are over half dead. I have no connections. I have 2 traces. Let's reconnoiter. Yeah, luck 101. This is really basic stuff, guys. Okay, can't do anything with my tranquility. What the fuck is this? Too many traces. Alright, we're gonna get a reckoner showing up. A secluded villa. I feel like that would be very expensive. Yep, it sure is. Alright, I guess we just try that again. Can I do anything with my wounds? I could heal them with decades, but I think I'd rather... I don't know what I'd rather do. We'll see. If we get a 6th wound, we'll think about it. All right, I found freezing winds. So it seems like it's a distraction. I'll investigate this more closely. This will renew the lifespan of the opportunity in case I need it later. Okay. So I can just hang on to this and renew it if I need it. I think I'd rather die and start again, he avoids saying. Yeah, kind of. So what I want to avoid doing here is spending a lot of time and effort to, like, scrape forward in the game. Where I could just, like, I want to gain, on this first playthrough, I want to gain as much knowledge as I can, as quickly as I can. So what I don't want to do is languish around and spend all my decades fixing my wounds and not learning anything. That's what we want to avoid. Because that seems like it would spend a lot of time and not gain a lot of knowledge. Reinforcements. Reckoners have evidence that I'm here. They're summoning help to smoke me out. So, potentially...
Looks like I'm about to get fucked.
Thank you, Dongle Josh. It certainly does look like I'm about to get fucked. Let's find someplace to flee to, because it seems like dudes are coming. And if dudes show up and wound me again, that's not going to be good. So let's check that out. Onwards. It was the White City once. Now they call it Red Vienna. There's a Legion there, and the scars of the Worm Wars are still visible to those who know. But if I'm to die, I'd like to see the old place one more time. Alright, we have Vienna. So, I could just start, like, packing up. Am I supposed to pack up and move every time they show up? Who knows, but we're leaving. Alright, preparations. Relinquish or abandon assets you don't want to bring. Hey, Crixus, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thanks for the sub. Hope you're doing well. Widening the search. They're uncovering more clues. They may summon reinforcements, but it's too late. Oh, that was also too late. So I didn't get the opportunity to sell my thing because I already left. That's my mistake. All right. As I leave the station, I see a gray-haired woman in black and white watching me from across the street. The crowd closes. Hold on. Something about this is breaking my brain. As I leave the station, I see a gray-haired woman in black and white watching me from across the street. The crowd closes in front of her, and she's gone. Frau Schlüssel. I know that Frau Schlüssel has lived here since long before the siege. If I don't call her attention, perhaps I'll be safe. Like me, the Legions are criminals and fugitives. Unlike me, they've been cursed eternally because they devoured their children fresh from the womb. Still, perhaps we can find some common ground. Huh. 6 wounds is just optimal play, yeah. It might be a longer stream. Well, let's start checking out Vienna. And I guess let's talk to her. The Hour of the Long Spoon. If I seek out a Legion without bringing a gift, I'd better hope she's in a good mood. Holy shit, I'm supposed to bring a stolen decade. Alright, well, in the, for science, here we go. Hey, have a good night, Tobirama. I'll catch you on the other side, I'm sure. Ligeia remembers. Today I have not eaten you. What do you want? Be quick. Add an unknown foe weakness to learn its nature. If you don't, the Ligeian will give you a gift. Or eat a reckoner without leaving a trace. Although she won't notice informants and won't go after the foe. Okay, so I can use her plus a decade to either learn the nature of a foe weakness, get a gift, get rid of a reckoner, and that's it. Okay, so there's a foe who's the big bad, and then there are minions, which are reckoners, right? So she'll get rid of minions, but not the big bad, but she'll help me figure out how to beat the big bad. But right now, because I have nothing, she's going to give me a gift. And also, I got a potential underworld connection. So let's go ahead and get that while we reconnoiter some more. Also, I seem to be running out of years at a rate. I don't know how quickly, but all right, I could add forge and space. All right, well, one thing we're not doing is we're not competing in illegal fights. That is for sure, and we're just gonna hang on to this connection, I think. Exile is interesting so far. A gift from Clyde Duchos. I have little use for this anymore. You might. Do not drink it. Stranger's water. A little jar of aggressively invasive saliva. Like a viscid skeleton key. It's an asset. It's 8 knock. It's portable, so I can bring it with me. Has a lot of edge. Okay. Interesting. Here we got an opportunity to purchase a profane weapon. A battered-looking rifle sits prosaically on a counter in an antique shop. And also generated a trace. Okay. It seems like I can't just run because a reckoner is coming. It seems like I might have to at some point deal with reckoners. Alright, purchase. Let's purchase a profane weapon. Let's keep reconnoitering. Is that bathwater? It's might be someone's bathwater, but you wouldn't want to drink it. Alright. So this is, a gun is 2 edge. It is a weapon though. Reach for the book. It is a weapon. It's portable, so I can bring it with me. A fine weapon, but a worldly one. Ordinary weapons can harm most pursuers, but not your foe. Okay. Okay, so I can officially fight back against reckoners. That's nice. Oh yeah, it's spit. That's right. It literally said that it's spit. It's someone's spit. We got, okay, the opportunity for medical credentials. So, and another trace. So I'm gonna try the thing again, right? Provoke my connections. It will usually work. And we already tried and failed once. So, you know, odds are I'm due for it to not punish me this time. Right? That's not how odds work? Oh. Theos, you clearly don't gamble enough. That's absolutely how odds work. See? Official connections. And if it doesn't work that way, then you're allowed to get mad at math. That's how you do it. You get more and more aggressive towards the concept of math until it gives you what it wants. what you want, rather. Okay, so we got our official connection, which we can now use in a negotiation to get medical credentials. I don't have time to do this the right way. Lucky then that I have the connections to do it the fast way. And good morning to you, doctor. I'm a doctor now. Does card placement location matter, or it's wherever you like on the big table? It is wherever you like on the big table. So I try to keep things organized in a way that makes sense and is convenient to me. However, not knowing really what I'm doing yet means my organization has not, my system hasn't fully developed. It hasn't bloomed yet for Exile. The name on the license isn't exactly mine, but it's close enough. I have proof. Can I make use of something? Okay, I don't have a location. And I would need a year. Jeesh. There must be a way to get more years, because I'm losing quite a lot and I feel like I haven't done much. All right, so we need to get a new place. We need new digs. Hey, Xanthem Gum, how's it going? All right, what's going on here? There's that tingling sensation on the back of my neck. Someone's looking for me. I've gotten another trace. There's a secluded villa that I can't possibly afford. Let's keep looking. Reinforcements. They have evidence I'm here. They're summoning help to smoke me out. Oh, yeah. Unofficial connection. Let's get another official connection. Up to 4 traces. And then I can work that official connection. Consideration. I can ask my contact to look out for opportunities. They'll need their expenses covered. This will create an opportunity to purchase either a medical license or an import license. But I already have a medical license. I don't think this is what I want. I can swap this for an underworld connection, maybe. But that won't really help because the thing that I need is space. But I can't really get space because I have no money. I could sell something. I have credentials, not a license. That's true. Oh no, it says the name on the license. I have a feeling the game would be that, but it's confusing though, because this implies that it is a license. However, I feel like it is a different thing, so we'll do it because we're gaining knowledge. A Reckoner operative has evidence that I'm here, but they haven't moved against me. This can only mean that they've sent for their superior. When there are 3 traces on the board, an underboss can appear. Oh no. Alright, well there's 4 traces. Let's see about maybe moving. I have no money. The search. I know the signs. A minor Reckoner lord has entered the city. My foe can't be too far behind. Okay, so using my medical credentials and my official connection, I've converted that into the same medical credentials and then an opportunity for an official connection, as well as an opportunity for more medical credentials. So I've downgraded. I took what I have and then I got rid of it. Great. A hostile move. The underboss is attacking me directly. You could try to bribe them with a decade. Or I could try to defend myself. I will defend myself by shooting him with a gun. I really think this is the license. I believe I am a licensed medical professional. I think there is some inconsistency in their naming. Alright, Krakow is available, but we won't go there just yet. I want to see how this pans out. I've used a weapon to keep my pursuer at bay. Let's keep reconnoitering here. I know the signs. Oh, they're still... Oh, wait, what is this? Something of a fuss. I fought off my attacker, but it's drawn more attention. Theft or sabotage. They're going after my assets. I can try... Okay, so either I give them a connection, which I don't have and won't have in time, or they will take an asset. So he's gonna take my medical credentials! No! Oh, okay, that happened really fast. Friends in right places. I'm calling in a favor. That underboss is due a nasty surprise. Okay. I got a grand townhouse that I cannot afford. Well, I can't afford anything, really. I'll need to just raise some cash hurriedly. Pursuer's been hurt. I have a pursuer's wound. 2 wounds will kill most reckoners. Will kill an underboss. Okay, so we need to collect 4 wounds while not... Okay. I think we're alright. We're gonna burn through so many years, though, is the thing. A hostile move. He's moving against me directly. I could provide a card to defend myself. I could use my own jujitsu with the knife's secret. I guess that's what we'll try. Found a quiet warehouse. How much is that? 2? I can maybe afford a warehouse. I know a knife's secret. I used my skills to hold my pursuer at bay. Holy shit, it worked. I know Kung Fu. Alright, I got 1 cash from selling a stolen ear. So now let's sell another. That's going to create a trace. I have like a billion traces. Alright, so this is now exhausted for the time being. A hostile move. They're moving against me, but my gun will be ready in time. So I can shoot at him. I've finally reloaded my gun. Alright, we found dawn, which, of course, I can go watch the dawn for some tranquility. I'm making so many traces. Yeah, for real. It is. I think it's a muzzleloader. It's not the best gun. A minor reckoner lord has entered the city. My foe can't be too far behind. I have tranquility now. So I have 10 traces. I'd say this is going poorly. Let's break down a stolen decade. Because I'll need it. Let's continue reconnoitering Vienna. And... okay, he's calling... they're calling the foe. Okay, the foe is about to show up. That strikes me as bad. I have 10 stolen years. I feel strongly... purchase an unusual weapon. I feel strongly that I should leave before the foe does anything. I have a lion hunter's rifle, an antique rifle incised with the 5-fold mark of the many-winged ones. 3 Tainite iron balls, monster killers remain. The lion hunter's rifle refreshes quickly, but it can only be used 3 times. Fight him for the knowledge. I mean, I do have this rifle. I'm feeling pretty good. Let's sell another year. Oh, there he is. My foe is almost here. Frost pinches the windows and shadow crisps the candle flames. I know too well what these signs mean. Theft or sabotage. Going after my assets. Do I have a... no, I have nothing to deal with that yet. You should have run further. The foe's attacks will usually hit. Add an appropriate card to defend. He may also sometimes break weapons. Well, let's shoot him with the Lion Hunter's rifle. As for this, we just need to hope that this gives us a... nope. An odd little bone. It's a forage rarity. Well, I won't be able to take that with me. I think... well, let's see how this pans out. My foe stymied. I've held off his attack. This is going to steal something from me, yeah? Yes, it's taken my good shit. He'll attack at any moment. Okay. Theft or sabotage. I need another... okay. So... here's what it seems like. It seems like these... dealing with one of these is not terrible. Dealing with an underboss and your foe seems taxing to the point that I need to leave. And I can leave and I can bring my assets with me. Let's see. I think 12 is too many traces. There's just one thing I'm not clear on yet. And it is... how do I make money without spending years? I have yet to discover a different way of making money that does not involve burning through my years. I also haven't found a way to gain more years. But I think it's time to leave. What is this? A crushing blow. Does that look like 7 wounds to anyone else? Nope. Looks like 6 to me. Looks like 6 to me. Okay. All right. We're going to take a second. We're going to take a second right here. Yeah, not even close. Not even close. Wasn't ever worried. Okay. So let's reassess. I think I just don't know. Okay, here's what it feels like. It feels like what I need is a place. I need my office back. That's what I need. I need a space and I need like credentials or something. And I think that's the way to work and make money without having to spend hours. I think if I have like an office and medical credentials, I could perhaps work as a doctor. We'll check that out. However, all the reconnoiter stuff seems to build up traces really quick. Like finding guns and buying them and stuff, that makes traces. And the traces quickly get out of hand once someone shows up. So it seems like once someone shows up, even the low-level dude, I'm quickly sort of on the clock for like getting out of there. It feels like I can't really, at least where I am right now, it feels like I can't really hang around for very long after someone shows up. Even the low-level dude. We know that we don't lose immediately on 7 wounds, so that's good to know. If I time things out well, I can survive briefly with 7 wounds. And then, yeah, what else? So the next thing we want to test is we want to test that hypothesis of like, if I have a place and my medical license, can I make money without selling hours? Unfortunately, in order to test that, we have to sell some more hours. And that's really where we are right now. Yitzhak has prepared a room for me in the attic. I'm too old to be murdered, he assures me. If they come for you, I'll hide under the table and cry. Church of St. Marzana the White, on a hill above the city where the wind blows keen and fierce. A decaying wooden church stands in a bleak grove of leafless oak trees. Yitzhak tells me there's something in there I'll find useful, but he warns me. I looked in all my books for this St. Marzana. Where did I find her? Nowhere. Okay. Begin a caper. Get in, get the goods, get out. This sounds like another thing that's going to end up with me just having 1 billion wounds, doesn't it? Okay, we'll tackle that in a bit. What I want to try first, I want to try having a location and making money. And then once I do that, then we will try the church. Alright, what is this? Connection with a holy man. Sounds good. Here, have an hour. Feel like that's going to generate traces more than wounds. Who knows? Alright, make use of something. Here's some money. Let's get some more. Oh, generated a trace. These never time out. See, just even looking for shit to do generates traces. I need there to be a way to get rid of traces. Oh, here comes another trace. Yep. Up to 2 now. Quiet warehouse, okay. God, no! Alright, they're coming, but, you know, it's warehouse time. We can at least test out if I can be a medical professional outside, like, from a warehouse. Okay. So, I can... Okay, yeah. I'll need an office to run a doctor's practice, or a large, but also an impressive venue to run a sanatorium. A warehouse won't cut it. Very specifically, the location that you have won't cut it. Great. Okay, well, let's sell off our asset for cash and try to buy the appropriate asset while we fight off whoever this dickhead is. An opportunity to purchase a mutilated transcript. Sure. Let's dump our money into that. Let's also find the next place to go once whoever this is shows up. Alright, we received Curio pages from the Book of Suns. Gorgeously illustrated manuscript pages, ripped from the original binding to be sold separately. I don't know the language, Persian, Arabic, but somehow I can read the words in sufficiently bright light. A dispute between ours, a lineage concealed, a secret which shattered loyalties. Not much practical information, but there's something about the sounds that sharpens the soul. Alright, this brings me comfort. And it has Grail and Lantern properties. Okay. But now I'm back to selling ours. What's going on here? They're summoning reinforcements. That's just great. Okay, we found Kiev. Maybe we sell this hour and then just start skedaddling to Kiev. Hey, have a good night, Johnsy. Yeah, that's true. Most people, I get that the doctor can't operate out of a warehouse. Like, sure, that makes a kind of sense, you know? All right, there's my... Oh, the problem is I need cash to move. So even that is like... really mucking things up, you know? All right, we're down to 2 wounds. That's merciful. A hostile move. Alright, I'm gonna shoot him. We raised our cash. Let's raise 1 more cash. And when this is at like 30 seconds, I'm gonna start preparations to move to Kiev. Alright. Prepare to depart. Let's get all of our goods in here. The thing is, it takes longer and longer to actually go as I get more and more shit. Really? Well, alright. We stayed here just long enough to catch another wound. That's great. Alright. We're off. We're in Kiev now. Alright. Our Lady of Wires. As soon as I step off the train, I smell blood. I turn my head. Nothing. Only smoke and sweat. I must have imagined it. But there it is again, that red copper. Whatever Our Lady of Wires might be has chosen Kiev for its feeding grounds this year. Okay, this is another Ligaean thing I can talk to. I imagine. Yep. Could talk to it. Okay. First order of business. We need an office so that we can be a doctor. Let's sell 1 more year real quick. Alright. We've already generated a knock curio. We've already generated a trace, which is just real shit. Yep, and they're coming. this your first playthrough? It is. All right. Sold, raised cash, generated another trace. All right, we've got Stalingrad lined up for when this shit goes sideways. Okay, there's still hesitation. They're cautious, cowardly, or uncertain. Okay, here's my discreet office. It's time. We're gonna be a doctor. Will this work? Can I make cash without burning through years? No. Alright. Run a doctor's practice. I have to spend a year in my office and medical credentials. My treatments may not be quite what they seem, but my results are always excellent. A reasonably safe way to convert stolen lifespan into cash. The practice is open. Cards will remain in the operation until the end. If you can match the aspect requirements, it will be subtler or more effective. Okay, so we're looking for heart or grail. I have 2 grail that I can provide. I don't think I have any heart. Cash is also grail. Well, let's get it in there. I'm addressing a challenge with Grail. This will increase subtlety. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Holy shit, I'm gonna pass a challenge. It's unreal. Should I? Okay, so this Lady of Wires is going to time out. But I could use her to consume a, if this guy shows up in time, I can talk to Lady of Wires, spend a decade, and have her just eat a reckoner. Doctor's practice. Quietly cure the sick or focus on miraculously healing the wounded. Match the challenge with edge. So we need either more grail or more heart. I only have grail. I have no heart to provide. And so I think it is done. Okay. So this person is here now. The Reckoner Assassin is here. So if I seek out the Legaean and spend my decade... Oh, I could have done it without spending a year? Well, shit. Add an unknown foe's weakness. Alright. Legaea remembers. Can I? No, that makes sense. Can't do that. If I don't, I'll get a gift or they'll eat the Reckoner. Okay, cool. Give me a gift or eat the Reckoner. Your choice. Oh. It was too slow, though. Got a 4th wound. Down in 1. Edge, edge, edge. Grail. Okay. They ate it. They ate the Reckoner. Now, I put 1 cash in. I put 1 year and 1 cash in to start this. So let's see what I get back from it. Oh, they're showing up again. If you have more than 1 trace, it will draw Reckoners. Alright, special outcomes. I could have been subtler. I achieved 1 subtlety. So I got... So I put 1 cash in. So really all that did is that I paid with a year and it gave me 1 cash. So it was exactly the same as if I had just sold a year. But now, could I have done that without the year? Yes, but that just relaxes. That's not doing doctor work. That's just relaxing. Huh. Okay. That gives me contentment, which is also heart. So it seems like... Oh... It seems like in order to make money, I would need... more stuff of higher influence that's gonna stick around. You know? I would need... Well, I can do 4. I can do 4 Grail. Right now, I couldn't even do 4 heart. I would need to be able to do more to supply more aspect. But even this aspect isn't going to stick around, so I need more permanent aspect if I want to take on... Yeah, I know. It's been so long since I've been clean shaven, for sure. Okay, what is this? Okay, this is heart. I'm about to lose this, but... I guess I could always just relax again. Oh, we got a Reckoner Lord. Theft or sabotage. Wow, and I have no... Oh, we'll just give him a decade. See if that works. Heights. A high place, don't look down. Okay, so let's say I ran a doctor's practice. Throw that vitality in there. Oh, wait, what's happening? A higher price? Holy shit. Okay, so the very fact that a bribe might cost 2 decades means that certainly there is a way to get years. I just don't know it. Okay. I need more heart. That will be all the heart that we need. What are the aspects here? A false report. My pursuers reported that I've left the city. I'll have a brief period of grace. Reckoners won't arrive. Okay. Holy shit. If Wow, I really feel like we haven't learned much at all. And we've been going for like an hour and a half. Okay, so now this requires 8 heart, which I can provide. But after that, faith. Ooh, I've passed a place of worship. Okay, well, I can use faith for some more heart. I can be a faith healer. An underworld connection. I've managed to generate another trace. 12. This will not be enough. Huh. Oh well. May as well use it and refresh the timer on that. Oh, here they come. Alright, at least my wounds are timing out. Connection with a holy man. Four heart. So if I use my connection with a holy man, I can actually pass the 12 test. So once again, into this, I put 1 year. Let's see what it returns. An operation is complete. I passed every level of it. It wasn't like super difficult. Some things had to go right for us. We gained obscurity and cash. Okay. So theoretically, if we did that 6 more times, we win. But that feels wrong because of how many years it costs. Well, I guess, okay, if I hadn't bribed the dude, I would have 20 more. If I hadn't talked to the Legaeans, I would have 40 more. It just doesn't feel like the solution. You know? I do have obscurity, though. Can't do anything with it. Well, I guess let's just see. There's no way to refresh my vitality. I guess let's just see if we do it again. Does it provide... Oh, nice. I can get the vitality in there. Does it provide more obscurity? So what if I missed Chaotic Dev? Well, let's see. Yeah. All right, let's take stock. Let's verbalize what we've learned and what we think we're trying to do. So, we are in exile. We've stolen a bunch of lifetime, a bunch of years from our former boss, and we've gone on the run. By leveraging those years, we can make connections in the cities that we go to. We can also sell them for cash, which we can use to purchase things. Oh, I guess the other thing that happened that's important is that doctor's thing seemed to generate more cash than when I passed last test. Anyway, so we sell years for money. We use the money to purchase things like an office or a gun. If our pursuers get too close to us, we spend some money to move. Do we lose obscurity if we move? I think that we do. Like if I were to go here. Holy shit, that would even cost 2. I feel like it does. I think we do lose our obscurity if we move. Anyway, which seems even more difficult. So we buy things with the cash from selling the years. We also use the years to get certain things like connections. These things allow us to both survive attacks from our pursuers as well as complete operations, such as being a doctor. The end goal of that is to gain obscurity. 7 obscurity wins the game. It just feels like we're missing something, you know? Like, how do I get more years? Surely I'm missing something. Okay, what happens if I put cash here? Send cash ahead. I might need to leave in a hurry. I can prepare the way by sending funds ahead. If I never go there, the funds will be lost. Okay, I could also cover my tracks. But I would need another connection. So here's an underworld connection. What if I had one of those? How effectively could my tracks be covered? And would that burn my connections? Let's find out. I know, it's a terrible plan. It really seems like, hey, I stole all these years, now I have to spend them all. A reckoner is prowling the city. They won't find me yet, but my veil of secrecy is wearing thin. Okay, so that ate up my obscurity. Okay, so I just burned 2 connections, which is effectively burning 2 years to get rid of 1 trace in order to gain 1 obscurity. But it seems like my pursuers eat obscurity when they show up. Yep, they definitely do. Okay, so that's an interesting wrinkle. That means we will have to somehow gain 7 obscurity quickly. We'll have to gain it so fast, or we either gain it quickly or we gain it somehow without generating traces. Which seems difficult because it feels as though everything I do generates traces. Alright, here's an official connection. Oh yeah, need to use ears. Alright, there's an official connection. I have 5 cash currently. My doctor time is about to be at an end. So, I just once again converted a year into 2 cash. And because I did not fully succeed, I did not get obscurity. Also, fighting with this guy generates traces. Hey, Mr. Anderson. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been over a year. I'm back now, though. I've been back pretty regularly for the past 3 or so weeks. A quiet warehouse. Isn't there something else I can do with the office? I could relax and rebind the Book of Suns. Okay, if I had all the pages of the Book of Suns, I could rebind it. Okay, I could just straight up attack my pursuer. Maybe we do that? Technique. Alright, well, I have no technique. My technique is I'm holding a gun. I've struck. 2 wounds will kill most reckoners. Okay, I have 1 pursuer's wound. I'm up to 6 traces, though, because everything generates traces. Yep. That wound doesn't count anymore because he summoned his underboss. What game is this? Import license for office? Maybe? Or for warehouse, certainly. Like if I got the warehouse? The thing is, I'm gonna have to leave soon because we've got Mr. Bossman here, and I can't sustain many more hits. Connection with the radicals. Let's go ahead and start sending some money ahead to Stalingrad. Okay, I have a connection with radicals now. What is defiance? Okay. Don't know what to do with them. I don't seem to have anything that counts as defiance. Oh, it's a temptation. It's a temptation for defiance. Whereas I have a temptation for escape. Okay, so I just can't work with radicals. What if I diss them? What does this turn into? Official connections. So I attacked the Lord and ended up with a beguiling curio. This will sit handsomely on a shelf if I ever have shelves again. They're calling They're calling my foe. So it's time to leave. But I'm gonna run out of years, and then nothing will matter. Oh, well, can't even defend myself because this took my gun. It was taking all my cash, and then, during the 10 seconds that I required my gun, it decided, now's a good time to pack the gun. We've been packing money for the past 3 suitcases, but now seems like a great time to make that gun totally useless. Alright, there's a ton of fucking wounds. Yeah, pack up the rest of our shit. Can we get wounded again? Oh, we sure can. We sure can. Alright. So we're up to 4 wounds. Can you drop everything and go? Potentially. But that would be just as bad as, like... I can't drop everything and go because everything I have is representative of me having spent the hours. And if I don't know how to get more hours, if I get rid of it, I'll just never be able to get it back. The bird eater's lair in a burnt out church. I'm certain I see a great serpent shining like wet leather slither away through the rubble as I approach. But Zulfiya and the others insist it was nothing. Zulfiya the barber. Okay. Gained a little obscurity. We're in Stalingrad. I have a local contact. Let's arrange an initial meeting. Also, I want you in the wood, she insists. Bring me what you find to drink below the Notwing Knot. Not wing knot. Okay, so here's the situation. Nothing bad can happen to me, I think, if I just sit here. Right? The game doesn't ask for money. It's not sucking my cash away. And as long as I have no traces, theoretically, I could just let the clock run until all my wounds are gone. There's no time pressure until I... What the fuck is that? Occasionally, reckoners decide to search a city, even with no traces to follow. Okay, so here's our problem. Here's our problem currently. We're gonna run out of years. That's clear. Now, we could be in a much better spot in terms of years because I could have not spent all those decades. But even so, even if I had 4 decades more than I currently do, the fact remains that our current trajectory has us doing nothing but burning through years and staving off death until eventually we run out of years and succumb. Now, it's possible that what I'm going to do is play out the rest of my years and just sort of play until the game kills me, which is what's going to happen. And hopefully, within that time, before I die, some new way of interacting with these things reveals itself. Whether it's like, maybe this place will give me, you know, what I need. Or something. But there has to be a way to get more years. Or if there isn't, then there has to be a way to way more efficiently convert them into other things. Because if every city I go to, I have to pick up a contact in order to potentially stave off. Yeah, no, there has to be a way. There has to be a way. Additionally, every fucking thing creates a trace. Holy shit. Alright, a busy night lies ahead. 3 momentum means success. There'll be complications before that. Okay, so the way to where I go requires something like a ritual or a feast. I'd like to think of it as a party, though. It's not the kind of party I'd choose. I'll need to keep a level head, weird intoxications or not. If I can't, I'll come back with nothing more interesting than a hangover. Well, my wounds are winter. I've used patience. So, weirdly enough, the fact that I've fucked up so badly is going to enable me to succeed over here. I guess we keep looking, although if I keep my trace low, this dude won't summon the big bad. But the mere act of fighting this dude will increase my traces. A complication. Thorned, caressing branches, the sense of darkest green, furred movements beneath my hand, the black and beating darkness, the wood runs close beneath the skin of the world here. Winter, moth, or lantern. Well, I can do winter. Heats up my obscurity. Even getting rid of a trace, and even not having traces is no guarantee that someone doesn't show up. So you will need to constantly move, which means you'll need to constantly use years. Oh. Well, all of a sudden, winter is no longer an option, and now it needs to be either moth or lantern. I can provide some lantern. But that is it, I'm afraid. Might as well find the next place. Yep, there's my trace. Alright, I guess I'll shoot him. Disaster. The capers failed. And generated a trace. Okay. I don't think I can generate. I have nothing that is moth. So I just can't do this. Fought off my attackers, but that's drawn more attention. It doesn't go well, Fire Pixie. It's going poorly. All I've managed to figure out so far is how to lose very slowly. Which is rather uninteresting. Okay, I could go to this other place, but that doesn't solve anything. I mean, that solves the immediate problem, but not the actual problem, which is that I have nothing and don't know how to leverage what I have to get anything better. This is another wound. Hey, Krillin. How's it going? All right, we got night. Walk the streets at night. Thoughts of peace. I'll just take the wound. That's not a big deal. All right, we got tranquility. What is that? More winter. Doesn't help. Goo. She wants goo. Well, I don't have goo. Does she always want goo? Yes. Alright, I've been wounded. I created another trace just by trying to find shit to do. What is this? An underworld connection. Okay, well, I can spend a year. Yeah, it has to be a year. What if I spend a whole fucking decade? Nope. Same thing. Okay. I have a connection with the underworld. That's a lot of moth aspect. So I should be able to do this now. Intention. Oh, that's travel. We're over here now. Oh, they called for their boss. Okay, so we'll send... No, we need winter first. Winter, then moth. And then we should be good. And we just need to hold this person off. Let's, I guess... Oh, can I not send funds ahead? Oh, yes, I have to do it this way. Alright, we'll send some cash ahead to the next place. Oh, he called the foe. That's great. So we're... Oh, boy, we're going to take some damage. It's going to get wild. They will destroy a random asset. Well, that sucks, but I guess that's what's going to happen, because... And up here, my foe is striking. I can't defend with my profane weapon, because it is profane. Let's get my underworld connection in here before someone else sucks it up. Alright, they stole my curio. That's fine. My foe is striking. Still can't defend. Let's go ahead and send more cash ahead. I'm staying until I finish this thing. Alright, we're up to 5. Whoa, actually, we're up to 6 wounds. Smoke and mirrors. I've used trickery. Okay, it would be done. I think we're gonna die first, though, is the problem. Yep. Alright, we officially have 8 wounds. So how long does it take us to die from our wounds? That long. So we won't actually get to see what this would have done. Finally, I'm delighted to report that the Continental Reckoner War has resolved itself. Dufour, who you'll recall from Ortuccio incident, seems to have fallen out with his protege, and the business had ended as you'd expect, given it's Dufour we're talking about. The local authorities have turned over the protege's remains to us, but there's not much left. I don't think it really qualifies as a cadaver so much as a souvenir, but I'll have it sent up to Zurich for you. Call it a Christmas present. I don't know anything about how to beat it. I know absolutely nothing. Oh boy. Okay. Well, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a short break. I need to refill my coffee, hit the restroom, clear my head. On our next attempt, I'm going to set some rules. Here are the rules. I'm never bribing. We're not spending a decade on anything other than splitting a decade into years. We are, if an underboss shows up, the orange dudes, which is like level 2 Reckoner, we're gone. We leave immediately. That's it. We start preparations as soon as they show up. And then the final thing is that we will try to, I think the way forward involves amassing a collection of things, a collection of assets. Because as far as I know, okay, so we know the victory condition is have 7 obscurity. To have 7 obscurity. And we've seen a way to generate obscurity is by successfully completing operations fully. In order to do that, I will need to have enough assets to successfully complete operations. But more than that, because obscurity is lost when you travel, and it's lost when people show up and start looking for you, that means that the obscurity is going to have to be generated while I'm being attacked by Reckoners. Which means, among my assets, I will have to have enough things to constantly fight them off. I will need to have enough weapons and edge such that something is always off cooldown and I can use it to fight them off. This is the end game, I imagine. But in order to get there, we have to keep moving. Don't fight. The runaway seems intense for your asset collection because it takes longer to disappear. Yes, I agree. Which is why this time, as soon as that second level guy shows up, like as soon as the portrait turns orange, that's when we're going to start packing everything away. Additionally, I'm going to try to send any excess funds ahead. So any funds that I don't need to travel with, maybe I'll save one in case I need to purchase something. So I'll keep the funds I need to travel plus one, and I'll try to send all other funds ahead. Also, the first thing I do anywhere should be find the next location so that I'm ready to go when I need to go. That's going to be the plan. We'll see how it goes. My hope is that just by using that process and not burning through my years like that, some more stuff will reveal itself to us. In any event, I'm going to take a quick break, cool down a little bit. It's really hot in my room. Get some more coffee, and then tackle this exile thing again.